This might be a little off topic, but I was wondering if you guys had any dream guests for the podcast and who that would be.
All right. So you've had about 5 minutes to think about it. And so I guess obviously I'll say I would like to reach out to Scott Adams and invite him on the show, and it just needs to happen. So I'm gonna put that together and try and get him on the show this year in 2021. See, I'll do the best I can.
Yeah, I think that should be very doable. Mine would actually be Mark Cuban. So I just heard him recently. I was doing some research, and he was on a podcast called The Quest in this past week or so. And I was stunned by the language that he used, which was almost identical to FI language. Like that's how he conceptualized saving money. Before he sold broadcast.com for billions, he thought about, how do I earn enough so I have passive income that covers all my expenses? It was really cool to see him talk about that. And, I'm just fascinated by his entrepreneurial spirit. I think he's got some cool things going. Jonathan, obviously I'm not a dyed-in-the-wool cryptocurrency fan by any means. I think that's the understatement of the century. But there is a lot of just fascinating new technology coming around with, these things called NFTs. It's these non-fungible tokens. It's like basically digital art or digital videos that you can own. You have actual ownership. And his contention is, this is how Gen Z and beyond, how they're going to collect things. And it's just and this is not the exact instance for this, but it's just fascinating to see new technologies come up and see someone like him who, frankly, he doesn't need to learn this stuff. He's worth billions upon billions of dollars. And yet he is at the forefront, the cutting edge of trying to figure out what is going to work. And I find that mindset so empowering. And I'd like to believe that I'm someone who's always looking to learn. Like, I'm never resting on my laurels or getting stuck in some silly belief that has been with me for years. Like, if I'm ever at the point where I'm just stuck in some belief and I'm not willing to open my mind, like, I feel like I've failed at life. And I think he is the perfect example of that open-minded, really entrepreneurial spirit. So yeah, long story short, Mark Cuban, unquestionably.
All right, there it is. We'll have to keep thinking about that list. I think one thing that stands out to me is, who does our audience want us to have on this particular show? To me, someone from the audience telling us these are the people that I think would add a lot of value to the FI community, as opposed to maybe a booking agent or someone else that's proactively just trying to get their person on everywhere. I really do want to know, who would you like to bump into the FI community and hear, some ideas looked at through the lens of someone that's on the path to financial independence? And you're not going to agree on everything. And I know we've tried this before, and sometimes it's an intense conversation. But I mean, Paula tried it, with Susie Orman a while back. And it was I think the community was better for hearing that clash of ideas. I'm just thinking who these individuals are and the ideas that are out there. There's a lot to choose from, but I think the FI community is better when we recognize that we don't all agree on the same thing. But to Brad's input, point about being open-minded, there shouldn't be anything that you're afraid to touch or go near. It should be, how does this look through a balanced lens of what my goal is, which is to reclaim my time and my bandwidth and be able to allocate that and be able to, create a safe, financial future for myself and my family. So, send us your ideas and who you'd like for us to reach out to, and we can look into seeing whether or not that would be possible.
Send in your own voicemail by tuning into the next live event at ChooseFI.com/live.